Hey guys, Austin here, and welcome back to another Minecraft Mod Showcase video here on the channel. Today we are checking out a very small mod, but one that's probably the most useful thing you'll ever encounter in the modded world community, and that is the Hole Filler mod. This is reviewed for Minecraft version 1.20.1, but it's available for versions 1.12 all the way to 1.20.1, so a lot of variety options for what versions you want to pick this mod for. But it does exactly what the title suggests. It fills in holes in Minecraft. If you've ever had an issue with creeper explosions, your friends blow up your house explosions, or just the world itself exploded for no reason, this is the mod for you. So this is a lightweight mod consisting of a hole filler. Throw it and walk away and your hole will be filled in. So yes, it literally does exactly what you would expect. It fills in holes in Minecraft. So we're going to go over all different types of holes that can be filled in today. And of course, if you guys have been enjoying the mod showcases on the channel, be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and let's get right into this mod and how it works. Keep in mind, this mod is not, it's not going to replace a massive hole like an entire cave. It's meant to just fill in holes that a creeper explosion might leave, for example. So the first item that we are encountering is called the hole filler. So if you want to craft it, it's crafted with 4 dirt surrounded by either a clay ball, a slime ball, or just a clay block. And depending on what you choose will determine how many you get, slime ball being the best. That gives you 8 hole fillers. So let's show off what this thing does. So if you hold shift on it, it tells you it's a diameter of about 12 blocks. It fills in up to 500 blocks. The speed at which it fills in blocks is 100 blocks per second. And the timer is 15 seconds. So how this works is essentially, well, first up we have to make a hole. So I'm going to do it the creeper style first. So let's get a creeper spawn egg, some flint and steel, and we're going to blow a hole in the earth. So creeper, blow up please. Thank you. So how this works is you're going to right click and throw this ball in here, and it will essentially materialize this sort of like fake looking air. It's specifically called occurring blocks. So once this is here, it essentially is determining how much it needs to fill in with dirt. And then after a set point in time, it will begin to actually fill it in with dirt like you just see right here. And yes, this is purely dirt, as you can see. Ignoring the bedrock level, it literally did fill in all the dirt. So let's blow another hole. So as you can see, the hole is here again, and I will show you if you throw it in here and want to stop it, all you have to do is essentially break it, and it will not actually do the hole. So you have it actually a bit of a time frame that, let's say you're like, oh no, I didn't mean to do that. You can just stop it. And for anyone wondering, yes, you can throw it outside of a hole, but it's just going to make 1 dirt block instantly. But this is a very simple mod for doing something that's seemingly the most tiring thing. And yes, it doesn't use actual dirt in your inventory. It's infinite dirt. That's what it means whenever it says free dirt equals true. Now, you can change that if you desire, but I wouldn't see the point in doing that. It's just going to make it harder on yourself. So let's go over some of the other items within the mod, because that was just the first item. The next being the hole filler called Choice. So what it means by this is it does exactly what the first one does. It's crafted by surrounding a hole filler with gold nuggets, except with this one, you can actually right-click a block to change what type of block you want the hole to be filled with. So let's say instead of dirt, you wanted logs. So let's go over here. It says right click, but you have to shift right click, I've noticed. Now let's make another hole with a creeper. And let's say we want to fill this in with logs. So we're going to right click it just like normal, throw it in there, and it should turn this entire thing into logs once it is done. And it's going to be pretty crazy because I don't know what purpose you'd want to fill an entire hole with logs in it for. But hey, look at that. It did it. Now, this one specifically, you probably don't want to have the ability for it to just do infinite blocks because, hey, if you chose something, I don't know, a little bit more unbreakable, we'll say, a little bit more overpowered, we'll say, I don't know exactly to what extent you would be willing to do this, but hey, let's see if we could change this hole to diamond blocks. Again, if this is a bit more overpowered, I wouldn't recommend doing this unless you want to cheat a lot. But as long as you would have a diamond block, theoretically, you could turn the hole into diamond blocks. Right? Yeah. So that's a little bit overpowered. But hey, you know, if you want to use it, use it. Next up, we have the water. The hole filler smart, actually. So this one, I'm not entirely sure what the difference is between like the regular ones and this one. Other than the fact that you can toggle on this preserve mode or restricted mode. It's just more intelligent on how it fills in the blocks. Yeah, it literally does almost the exact same thing as the first one, except for that preserve mode. So I'm not entirely sure what that one is meant to do. We have the hole filler water. This is crafted with 2 water buckets or 4 ice blocks, and then the hole filler in the middle. And this one does as you would expect. It creates water. So Let's just, I'm just gonna, for lack of an easier way of blowing this up, I'm just gonna, you know, break it. And throw this in here, and it's going to do exactly what you would expect. It's going to fill water, but this one works a little bit differently, where it only fills the layer which you're aiming at. So since I aimed at the bottom, it's only going to fill that bottom layer with water. But if I wanted it to do an upper layer or a higher layer, I'd have to throw it a little bit higher. So as you can see, it filled with water, but if I wanted to do this layer, I'd have to do that. If I wanted to do like the overworld, as you can see, it's just going to do that one spot. So again, if you're trying to fill a hole with water, keep in mind you're going to have to keep that like level with where you want the water to actually fill. Otherwise, it won't work. And I should probably show it. Yeah, there you go. We got water to throw our blocks in. Next up, we have the hole filler lava. As you would expect, it has no crafting recipe, interesting enough, but it does as you would expect. It places lava instead. So let me blow up a creeper. And do that. Same deal. You have to hit the surface block for it to fill it in, and then it should turn this area into lava. You just got to give it a second. I know 15 seconds is like a long time. There we go, lava. So you can do water, you can do lava if you desire. Again, the lava one doesn't have a crafting recipe, so not sure how you're meant to get that one. Then we have the hole filler light, which is crafted with either 4 dark hole fillers or just torches surrounding a regular hole filler. And this does as you would expect. It literally adds light to an area. So I'm trying to see how I can mimic this properly. So let's say you wanted to fill inside of a house. Yeah, if I throw this in here, it should create artificial light. Yeah, as you can see, I just threw it and it literally lit up the area. Now, if I do the hole filler dark, which is the opposite one, you just need a light one to create 4 of the dark. So if you form the dark one, as you can see, it reverses the light level. So light on, light off. It does exactly as you would expect with light levels. And you, like I said, you can always shift on them to see the information about each one and how it actually works. But those two are a little bit more practical if you're in a cave or if you're working with spawners. And then finally, we have the hole filler slice, which just does exactly what the first one does, except instead of it doing the entire layers of dirt, like filling the whole hole, it only does a single layer depending on where you throw it. So similar to how the water and lava one work, this one is just for the top layer. So again, if you didn't want the entire layer to be filled, you would just throw this at the area and it would fill this layer in with the dirt or whichever corresponding block you pick, because you can't change this one. It's up to you completely. But other than that, that is it for the mod. But before we end things off, I did want to just prove really quickly how well this mod actually works. I wanted to prove a point. So we're going to do a massive TNT explosion, and just using the base hole filler, we are going to fix the hole. So let's do that. Let's blow it up, and then we're going to fill in the hole. So as you can see, this is a pretty crazy hole now, right? Well, if I throw this in here. Oh, that's right. It said if the diameter's too big, it's not going to be able to... Yeah, diameter's only 12 blocks. So if the hole is too big, it's not going to know. Oh my gosh. An easier pick. There. That should work. There we go. So it can't do a massive hole like this unless you actually change the parameters in the config file. But it is capable of filling in your normal creeper holes, which is, hey, let's be honest, that's the only reason why you want this thing, is to fill in creeper holes. It's also meant to fill in, like, steps or, like, any areas where you may or may not have, like, dug something out. So let's say you wanted to fill, like, the house, for example. It should be capable of filling the entire house with dirt if you really wanted to. But otherwise, that's going to do it for this mod showcase of the hole filler mod. It's a very interesting mod. I don't know exactly how practical it is outside of filling in creeper holes, but hey, if you guys want to download this mod for yourself, try it out for yourself, feel free to do so. Link down below in the description. And if you did enjoy this showcase, consider as always leaving a like, subscribing if you're new, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Have a great day, everyone. Stay safe. Goodbye.